Falling backwards, like a toppling tree, but cushioned by a dense mist, she slips ever deeper. This sensation of falling through a soft gray darkness continues for what feels like a very long time. All at once, the tattered images of first dreaming begin to pass around her. These are the images of everyday gestures and conversation. Here is the smiling postman delivering his burden, and there, a black cat slinking its way around a grocery bag. The harsh words of an argument with her friend ricochet back to her, as do the sounds of the rain lashing the windows all day. Interlacing flashes of the mundane swirl around her, flipping by too quickly for them to register any meaning, as if some unseen thumb was riffling through her memories. She continues falling through the day's remains as they thin out and are finally gone. Replacing those fading flickers, a new gray and misty passage precedes the realm of those dreams of insight. The images in this place go by more slowly so that she can gather them into her mind. Realizations great and small swim in front of her eyes. In these pictures, she learns the cause for someone's illness and the secrets from another person's terror-filled childhood. She witnesses the long lineage of fear in the human psyche and is present at the birth of compassion. Her heart fills with the tender wonder of someone's first love. As each of these dreams unfold, she clasps them to her chest. When these images finally fade too, she carefully bundles them together and settles them into a sacred niche carved into her memory before she falls still further through the chambers of dreaming. Washed in gray once again, she falls beyond the formless mist into the dreams of prophecy. These pictures move even more slowly. Here she witnesses a release from suffering by a welcome death. Over there she sees the sex of the unborn. Over there too is the passing of a drought in one region and the coming of a flood to another. She sees that two souls who were floating past her will find each other. And the young teen she sees next has developed self-love, and so will bring the world her incredible gifts. Carefully tucking these foresights into her mind, she falls through this place as well. The grayness that follows is darker than any before it, and finally wraps her in a velvet blackness. Totally devoid of any light or color, this place makes any estimate of distance or speed impossible. While she can't determine how long she falls through this void, eventually she perceives that she is passing through a cylindrical space of twisting threads. These threads begin to grow thicker, becoming twisted ropes of brightening colors. Their sinuous shapes form a warm tunnel around her body. As they grow larger and also closer to her, she realizes that they are the double helix strands of DNA. She is stunned with the awareness that she is falling through her genetic code. Spiraling down and down, she speeds along its magical stairway until, at last, she slows to a stop to finally find her feet on something solid. Looking upward, she can see the precise sequence and rhythms of nucleotides that created her. T paired to A, and G with C in endless, breathtaking combinations. In which of these patterns are my green eyes? She wonders. Then, with a touch of wistfulness, her heart asks, what of these repeating pairs were given to me by my mother? And which are the gifts from my father? Throwing her head way back, she focuses her eyes to examine the combinations above her. She stares at them for a long time, filled with an aching to know all those ancestors, herself, and the what-who that created her. She stays in this position until her neck can no longer hold up her head. Rubbing her neck and lowering her gaze, the space around her finally draws her attention. She realizes that she came to rest in a cavern. All around her is rock of a sort she doesn't recognize. All the walls are smooth, but ahead an entrance seems to beckon her. She walks toward it and enters a narrow passage. Traveling along its length, she feels the sides of the path growing closer to her body. The breeze she feels caressing her face counteracts her claustrophobia, so she keeps squeezing ever forward. Her final destination feels warm and is lit by a small fire. At last she emerges, expelled from the passage as if she is being born again somehow, but this time in reverse, her body reclaimed by a womb of stone. The dancing firelight illuminates the cavernous space around her that is completely covered in animals. They are painted in yellow ochre, rust, sepia, and charcoal on every surface throughout the space. The walls and the ceiling are all alive with moving creatures that gallop and jump in time with the pulsing firelight. Open-mouthed, she explores the room and finds herself drawn to a smaller alcove. Here, no painted animals prance or leap. The only decoration in this place is a single handprint. Once upon a time, someone had placed a hand on the wall and used their breath to spray ground pigment over it, leaving this image outlined in color. Tears fill her eyes and a wordless exclamation escapes her throat as she approaches this simple sign from so long before her. Someone is telling her from across the millennia, "I was here." Stretching out her hand toward the wall, she whispers the reply, "Me too." And sets her hand. It fits perfectly. Her fingers are the exact same length with their knuckle bumps in all the right places, and her palm exactly as broad. She gasps and weeps with a boundless, overwhelming joy. In the flash, when her hand made contact with the stone, she understood who had made that mark and knew her spirit had returned home.